folks, welcome back. It's John Pettipas doing recording at 10 minutes before 9 o'clock in the morning. It's Sunday morning, which is the 23rd day of May, and this video will appear later in the week. So this will be come out in the next 72 to 90 hours. And this morning, this video is going to be on courage. Courage. Very important word. We all need courage. Faith, confidence, and courage. I get referred to, I did a video on the Roosevelts. And a video, excuse me, I didn't do a video. There's a fantastic series. I misspoke. I did not do a video. Ken Burns, American Experience, did a fantastic 7-part video on the Roosevelts. They speak of a family that showed extraordinary courage and persistence. It starts with Theodore Roosevelt, and it goes on F.D.R. Although Theodore by far is my favorite. They say that Tom Barrack of Lebanese gentleman, he was inaugural committee and a great supporter of President, then candidate, and then President Donald J. Trump in his first term. He'll have another term coming up in another 3.5 years, but his first term. And Tom Barrack, that late night, early morning November 8, early morning, Tuesday, November 8, 2016, or early morning, Wednesday, November 9th, he said, President Trump, he's like, and I always loved Theodore Roosevelt before this comment is even made. He's a combination of three. He's a combination of Andrew Jackson, Theodore Roosevelt, and P.T. Barnum. So anyway, that's fine. I think that's quite a compliment. Anyway, but F.D.R. certainly no slouch. Got the country through the Depression. Probably went overboard with government spending. No, probably he did, but got the country through World War II, till the late days of World War II. So you got to admire and salute somebody like him. And this is an observation I make. I've noticed this, that people, and of course, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, famously back in the 20s, was fighting a forest fire on an island by Campbell Island in the Bay of Fundy, off in New Brunswick, between New Brunswick and, it's actually off the province of Brunswick, just off the coast of Maine too, but in the Canadian waters. And after that, he went in the water to cool off after a hot and sweaty that August day afternoon, and he contracted polio. You're not going to get polio from going in the water, but whatever. Awful disease, polio. Jonas Sachs later made his vaccine for. But they had a cousin that suffered from polio, and he lived a productive life and it was some good cheer for somebody that didn't have full mobility. Anyway, they take and Franklin Delano Roosevelt, after that, never walked on his own. They said that if he needed help for the bathroom, to get out of bed, go to bed, wash, he was really severely affected by polio. And they take and it didn't, with a great deal of courage, didn't happen overnight, great deal of courage, he took and he became governor of New York, and after that nominated for Democratic Party as presidential candidate, and was successful in 1932 of getting elected. So he had courage. Think of it, we have a local council here. I'll name by name, he's alive. And he's Councillor Gary Mattie. That guy got guts and backbone and stamina. He's very effective. I've dealt with him in a few issues, and I know other people have. And can you please everybody? No public servant, statesman, politician can please everybody, but he's pretty damn good. I'm going to say it. Gary Mattie, pretty damn good, and very good. Mortal, pretty damn good. Very good. I'd say excellent. He takes and only one other public servant who was an MLA and cabinet minister in a neighbouring riding, of which Gary would be part of that riding because it governs Guysborough and Antigonish County. Very effective politician, statesman, public service. That'd be Honourable Lloyd P. Hines. I put those two gentlemen in the same league, and that's a compliment for both. For Lloyd to be compared to Gary, and Gary compared to Lloyd. Remember when I'm told when Gary went to Randy's store, Randy and Laurie, in this area, what experience do you have? What the hell experience did Randy have when he offered? An associate professor at that university in Antigonish. What did he ever done in public for the public good? What experience do you have? And John Guy Coast tells me, I'm going to stand up for this. John Guy Coast, he phones me up sometime, he says, we talk, great guy, he said, you've got to be more fiery, John. You're too reserved. Well, I'm going to be doing a series of videos on the election candidates as this provincial election is coming up. It's in the foreseeable future. It'll be all three parties. It'll be Conservative, Liberal, NDP, au de trois, all three mainstream parties. Anyway, I think of Donnie Tramble, lawyer, and then family court judge T. Daniel Tramble. He was monastery interested enough. And he exhibited tremendous courage. Land and Sea, the late Thomas Daniel Tramble. And there was a piece on Land and Sea, a good program they used to have on CBC, still have a few good shows. And they did a piece on him. He'd been a farmer, he was in an accident, became a paraplegic, and was on crutches the rest of his earthly life. And he did an interview on him. And he was up in the rehab in Halifax in the fall evening. And he was like, couldn't sleep, was thinking, gathering his thoughts, looking out over moonlit night, harvest moon you'd say. And he thought, what am I going to do? And he went back to school, got his grade 11, 12, went to university. After university, became a lawyer, involved in politics, and became a judge years later. And a great guy. And in a CBC interview, he said, if I told him on the Land and Sea, if I had the power of God, I wouldn't have changed a thing. If I had the power of God, I wouldn't have changed a thing. He was, what fate, life had thrown at him, that's what it was. And he was just kept on going. Okay, kept on going. And so you look at F.D.R., you look at Gary Mattie, you look at late Daniel Tramble, and so Gary's very much alive. And another gentleman's very much alive, very successful politician and public servant, is Governor Greg Abbot. Governor Greg Abbot, the Republican governor of the great state of Texas, the Lone Star State. And he's in the second term, and he's managed this coronavirus stuff very well, and just a very, very effective gentleman. He's just top-notch. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he someday is President of the United States, Vice President, President. Just a very capable cat. So there's four examples of courage. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, our local former president, Great Depression, World War II President F.D.R., Franklin Delano Roosevelt, our local councillor Gary Mattie, Esquire, take late T. Daniel Tramble, monastery, and Governor Greg Abbott. So those are examples of four folks with great courage and persistence. And with that, to share this video around, it's John Pettipas wrapping up. It's just 2 minutes before 9 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning. I got to get mass on television because the liquor stores are open and the churches are shut. So I'm getting mass on Vision Television in Toronto 261 in about a minute and a half. So I got to wrap this up. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and please share the video. Press the subscribe button. We're making great progress. We're just over the 750 mark now, and we're working on keep on going to the next milestone. And it's not one of your viewers or subscribers does not sincerely value and appreciate it. I thank you sincerely and wish you all the best. God bless. Thank you. Bye for now.